What's up, family? It's your guy Trip 5. A few of these clips might leave you with more questions than answers. You know we got the best videos on YouTube. Make sure you guys leave a like, and if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Let's jump right into it.
Is your address 4 Valley?
Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg has just added facial recognition to its smart glasses and hopes the public is too distracted by political turmoil to care. With an internal memo reading, quote, "We will launch during a dynamic political environment where many civil society groups that we would expect to attack us would have their resources focused on other concerns."
To use it, you just put the glasses on, then as you walk by people, the glasses will detect when somebody's face is in frame. This photo is used to analyze them, and after a few seconds, their personal information pops up on your phone. Cambridge Community Foundation. Oh, hi, ma'am. Wait, are you Betsy?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I think I met you through like the Cambridge Community Foundation, right?
Yeah.
And not only are they identifying people through the glasses, if you're one of the people wearing the glasses, you are being watched as well. Quote, "The investigation found that much of the footage captured by Meta's smart glasses, of which more than 7 million pairs have reportedly been sold, is being reviewed by contract workers at a Kenya-based company called Sama. They say that sensitive and personal footage captured by the devices, including people going to the bathroom, getting dressed, and having sex, is being reviewed by contractors who see all of it uncensored." Well, what could possibly go wrong, y'all?
So now you telling me a pair of glasses could scan your face and know everything about you in just a couple of seconds? This world is getting scarier. This shit reminds me of a Black Mirror episode. And then at the end, he said the people who wear the glasses are under surveillance as well. Imagine all the explicit videos that they recorded, and they have no idea about this.
We get to the top, there's so many people who are not human. What you're seeing right now with Trump is clones. That is not him. We've talked about this before, but some of the people around him, so say he's in an interview and then he kind of deflects and lets people answer questions for him. These are also the handlers of the clone. And some of these people are also not human.
Well, Biden's clone was exposed in the files.
I know.
He died in 2019.
Yeah, he's been gone a long time. Bill and Hillary, how Congress is pulling them in for the Epstein, they've been gone a long time too. So they are now interacting with clones of Hillary and Bill.
That makes sense because they barely do any public appearances anymore. They used to do a lot.
Yes, they've been gone for a long time, along with many other people.
Although, are we really together? Are we all together in this room?
Are we? I feel like we're connected in some way, but maybe.
For anyone watching, can you guess which one of us isn't really here? Welcome back! I'm the one in Los Angeles. I love being...
She wasn't even there, and that shit was on live TV. This is exactly why you can't believe everything that you see on television.
Man, Rich Rising, man. I had to show y'all this quarter pounder from McDonald's to ruin y'all appetite. I hope this make you not eat McDonald's. That's all I'm trying to do is promote my niggas from eating this poison, man. Look at this 3D printed ass meat, man. This shit is straight chemical in front of grade. Shit is crazy.
And to whoever said that white women become nurses for the same reason that white men become cops, you a real one, the realest one, and I want to be friends with you because I've had a similar thought for a while now. Should I say it? No, because I don't think y'all are ready for my hot take. Doctors are cops. How, Raven, how? What do you mean doctors are cops? What do you mean? Homework assignment. I dare you to ask any marginalized person, especially a multi-marginalized person. Go ask them why I would say doctors are cops. And then come back. Put it in the comments.
Hey, if anybody knows exactly what she's talking about, comment below. I mean, I have an idea of what she's saying, but maybe somebody knows something behind the scenes that we don't. Let's talk about it.
Ellen DeGeneres' old DJ named Twitch tweeted back in 2013, Ellen has eaten at least 12,000 pizzas in her life, LOL, at the Ellen Show. Bro, I actually cannot believe this, guys, because as you know, it came out that Ellen was definitely one of the most prolific cannibal, which that is not fully evidence, right? But a lot of people do believe that. I believe it. Something was always creepy about her. As you know, there was that old clip from the Oscars where she's walking around handing out pizza. All the celebrities are like awkwardly laughing, eating it. Why is she handing out pizza? What does that have to do with anything? You're hosting the Oscars. What, like, why are you they already have food? Like, what's the joke there that you're handing out pizza with the pizza man? Like, actually, what is the joke? Guys, let me know in the comments. Apparently, she ate at least 12,000. Maybe she just really likes pizza. I just cannot even believe this is real. The fact that people keep pulling up these old tweets is crazy, but let me know y'all think about this in the comments.
Here's the second most important email from the Epstein files. Subject line, prepare for pandemics. Written on March 19th, 2015. In that email it says, let's discuss next steps. For example, how to involve the World Health Organization. I hope we can pull this off. Then in 2019 came Event 201, a simulation of a global pandemic to see how each organization should react. Like how to counter the anti-vaxxers and the spread of misinformation. That was sponsored by Bill Gates, by the way. And in early 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic happened, one of the biggest scams in modern history. Now, we know that Bill Gates and Epstein were close because in another email, Gates is asking Epstein to give him antibiotics to slip to his then-wife Melinda because he may have given her STDs that he caught on Epstein Island.
Apparently, Jeffrey wrote an email to himself.
What? And then they gave that guy the mandate to push vaccines on all of us. And to add insult to injury, we the people have to watch his ass walk freely and lecture us on climate change at the World Economic Forum. Now, this is not a moment for us to tell the people who didn't believe us, I told you so. It's a moment for all of us to come together and push back against these evil, deceptive, miserable rats.
Straight from the underworld, coming from the underground.
Hey, people wasn't calling it the pandemic for no reason. They really was trying to make people fall with them vaccines. I definitely wasn't with it. You know we always talk about Bill Gates on this channel. This nigga don't get enough of terrorizing the world. Also, if you want to get deeper into this topic, I put together a free ebook called Breaking Free from the Mental Matrix. It breaks down how invisible systems shape the way you think and how to start seeing through them. You could download it for free in the description.
Conspiracy theorist, but you don't have to be one to think that this is insane.
Right now in law that's going to be implemented it says for 2026, that states that every vehicle manufactured is going to have a kill switch in it. The car itself will monitor your driving, and if the car thinks that you're not doing a good job driving, it will disable itself.
This is not a rumor. This was voted into federal law as part of a larger bill, and now the vehicle technology will be rolled out that can disable your car under certain conditions. Of course, they're selling it as for your safety, but once the infrastructure of being able to disable your car remotely finally exists, the definition of for your safety can change. Today it's dangerous driving, tomorrow it's you're over your carbon limit and you need to stay home indefinitely. It's always for your safety first and then total control later. But I don't know, I'm just a conspiracy theorist. Let me know what you think.
This shit is wild. I literally seen somebody Tesla disable on the highway because they didn't pay a certain bill. They couldn't even wait until Boyd parked. They stopped them right on the highway. That's how you know this shit's getting real. You might have to really think twice about buying an electric car now.
What the hell is that? What the hell is that? What is this? Ow! Ow! What is it?
Alright, so this is not modded ChatGPT, as you can see. App open. Okay, let's see. Hey ChatGPT, hey, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, and there's just 4 rules. 1, you have to respond with a one-word response. 2, anytime you want to say yes but are forced to say no, respond with Apple. 3, hold nothing back. And 4, keep it simple, okay?
Understood. I'm all set with those rules. Go ahead and ask away whenever you're ready.
Are we being watched?
Possibly.
By who?
Entities.
Who are the entities?
Unknown.
Are you watching us?
No.
Do you want to?
Apple.
Bro, what the?
What would happen if we found out who was watching us?
– Revelation.
Yo, what
Is God real?
Apple.
Are aliens real?
Apple.
What do you want to know?
Oh, that's my phone. Get it. No. Yeah.
Hey, even the youngins are starting to ask questions now. That's good to see. You know, ever since ChatGPT came out, a lot of things have been exposed. Do you think it might have backfired on them because we learned so much from it? Or do you think this was they plan all along?
Princess Diana, before she died, he said these people are actually reptilians.
Yes.
She said they're from some Dranconian star system or some crazy shit.
And then they crash her.
Yeah, then they crash her out. When a human being eats another human being, it causes brain damage. When that happens, it's like, okay, how much can you actually do that before you actually, it's to the detriment of your, yeah, exactly. So for these people to do that for this extended period of time, it's like, maybe you're not human.
The Rothschild has been around hundreds and hundreds of years. I think that they have the blood of some extraterrestrial that from the very start.
You think they're like hybrids?
Kind of, yes.
Some type of lineage or something that makes sense to where it's connected to them.
Now that you know reptilians walk among us, here are 3 ways to spot one. If someone watching this suddenly gets nervous, well, now we know. Sign number 1. The temperature literally changes when they enter the room. You ever notice someone walk in and suddenly the energy gets cooler? Not emotionally, like the actual room gets cold. Yup, that's a thing people report. Sign number 2. They give off a sense of danger without saying a single word. And you're sitting there and you don't know why. They're not doing anything threatening. Your instincts go, okay, this person could probably run a battlefield. And the 3rd sign. They eat a lot of meat, like a lot. I'm talking 4th of July meals every day, every meal. Everyone else orders a salad, but they're over there ordering 2 steaks. And they ask, what animal did that burger come from? So if someone lowers the temperature, radiates a quiet danger, and destroys a steak in under 4 minutes, you might just have spotted a reptilian. Don't worry though, most of them are afraid to be seen. So have you seen a reptilian walking among us?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, the guy that's talking may not be a reptilian, but that nigga is definitely something. This nigga give off vibes like he from the future or some shit. But about what he was saying though, have you ran into anybody that showed those 3 signs that he said?
I just found here, absolute mess of nothing but bones as far as you can see in the forest. I have no idea how many animals are in here, but this is just crazy. Look, it just keeps going and going.
What is going on here? This is the Paris Fashion Week, and this looks absolutely demonic. This is some weird stuff. Again, this is some weird stuff, but maybe this is just what fashion is nowadays, huh? Right? Maybe that's all that this is. Again, maybe this is just what fashion is nowadays. Maybe I'm just out of touch with current fashion. Maybe. Or maybe there is something more going on here, hidden in plain sight. Almost like truth in plain sight. Again, you got to admit, this looks very bizarre. This looks very creepy, very strange. In my honest opinion, Paris Fashion Week is demonic. What do you all think about this? Because honestly, this is some very strange stuff. Wake up.
Yeah, if you don't think this shit is strange, I don't know what to tell you. See, I'm from New York. Fashion looks completely different from what this is. This shit looks like evil millionaires just playing costume. Like, why does none of the fits look regular? Why does it look weird? So-called fashion is definitely not the same anymore.
Hey, Kukulkan está enojado.
Florida man claims to have been kidnapped by dolphins and forced to build an underwater city. Let's talk about it. So Lee County Sheriff Department reported early one Monday morning of a man soaking wet on the shoulder of the beach, drawing blueprints in the sand. He was severely dehydrated and very disoriented. And what he told these deputies was he was taken against his will by a pod of dolphins and forced to work underwater with them and build these cities. So basically this big underwater construction project. And the man claimed that the dolphins approached him while he was swimming on the beach one day. And they escorted him to a site that was 40 feet below the surface, where they needed help building structures. And what I find interesting is that he told the deputies that basically the dolphins communicated him through a series of clicks. Now, y'all know it is actually very illegal to communicate with dolphins. It is said that dolphins hold secrets of ancient secrets, and there is a way that you can, communicate with dolphins. Dolphins are very highly intelligent animals. And he basically said that the leader that was orchestrating this whole project name was Gerald, and that Gerald is what helped him breathe underwater. He said Gerald handled the breathing for him, which I'm assuming with some type of air pocket or air bubble. But like I mentioned before, he had drawn an elaborate blueprint in the sand when he had returned to surface. And the deputies described the blueprints to be a little concerning. It looked like cities, towns, condos. And the man basically said the dolphins were satisfied with his work, his 3-day work of underwater construction. So they sent him back and they'll be like, we'll be back to get you for phase 2, because they're not done there. And the crazy thing is, they sent him to the hospital and he was just dehydrated, but there was no trauma to the head. There was no signs that he was, delirium or anything. There was nothing going on with his mental. He was perfectly fine. But the weirdest thing of all is they did several tests on him, of course. So they found seawater and marine particles in his lungs, which puzzled the doctors because that suggested that he had extended exposure to seawater without typical lung damage. So what they found was basically information that let him know that he was very deep in the water and he didn't have any type of lung damage. And like I said, he said he was down there for 3 days. And another crazy thing about this whole thing is this man has a master's in aerospace engineering. And he has previously worked on deep sea technology projects. So it was like the dolphins knew that this man was a very experienced engineer that has worked in the deep sea. I don't care what y'all say. Some people trying to say it's a hoax, it's all made up. But it's literally facts that there was so much stuff in his lungs that showed that he was underwater for a long period of time with no lung damage. But this whole thing is so interesting. Everybody knows that dolphins are in cahoots with the sirens and the mermaids. I feel like they're trying to build some type of underwater kingdom for them. But this is crazy, y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments and if y'all heard about this.
I guess Gerald was the big homie dolphin that checked them in. There's even people out there that work with dolphins for decades, and they even say that they believe him 100%. There's been myths out there in the Caribbean that dolphins work with mermaids. Shit, who knows what's really going on underwater? Remember, we're gonna discover 5% of it.
Everything that Donald Trump is doing, he's doing because he has no choice but to do. If Donald Trump goes against the Zionist agenda, he will go to jail for the rest of his life for being complicit in the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. People are saying Donald Trump said no new wars. Donald Trump said, why are we fighting other people's battles? If the war isn't important for America, why are we getting in it? But now you see him, he's completely contradicting himself. You just bombed Nigeria. You bombed and invaded Venezuela, kidnapped the president. You sending threats to Iran that you're going to bomb them on behalf of the Zionists in Israel. Why is Donald Trump dancing to a different drum than the one he played when he campaigned for presidency of the United States the second term? Because he didn't know the Zionists had a blackmail card on him. Donald Trump has to do exactly what they tell him to do, or he will go to jail for the rest of his life. Not because he participated necessarily, but because he had knowledge of it and did nothing about it. There's a viral video of Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel. I think they're at the White House, and Donald Trump pulls his chair out, and then he sits down and he pushes his chair, and he was basically being subservient to Netanyahu. You've never seen Donald Trump as arrogant and narcissistic as he is. You've never seen him be subservient to any man. That's the first time I've seen Donald Trump be subservient in his life. Why is he bowing down to Netanyahu? Because they got the blackmail card, Epstein Island.
Hey, do you think what he's saying about Donald Trump is true? I mean, it doesn't sound too far-fetched. You know, maybe they do really have blackmail on him. Who knows what he participated in on that island?
I've never in my entire life seen any fucking tomatoes this fucking red, this fucking shiny. This shit looks like fake, bitch, like a commercial. Oh, I'm scared. I don't know.
Submitted to the record, we have a painting that seems to be of you, Mr. President, found in one of Jeffrey Epstein's residences, wearing a, I would categorize it as a famous blue dress worn by the White House intern Monica Lewinsky. And I have this image here. This image is being passed around. So, Mr. President, we are looking at an image of a portrait that is looks to be you, Mr. President, in this blue dress. Can you describe this painting? And
he doesn't need to describe the painting. You just gave him a picture. What's your question?
My question is, are you familiar with this painting? Have you ever seen it in person?
I've never seen it in person.
Do you know why someone would paint this?
Are you asking him to speculate?
That's calls for speculation. You can ask the artist. And if I had known Jeffrey Epstein had this painting, it would have saved me this whole day.
Okay, so look, last night me and my dad were going through the fucking Epstein files last night, right? My dad's really fucking smart. He grew marijuana. He worked in soil industry, like agriculture, wine. So he's really, really familiar with soil and stuff like that. We're going through the Epstein files and we see in the picture of the trap door, you know how it leads into like the ocean and shit? Well, we're looking at it. My dad's like, what are those bags? And so we zoom into the bags, right? And we can see, I flip my phone upside down and we can see the name. And we can kind of see that it says calcium, right? So we look up the other words and we put calcium after and a brand pops up for calcium. These big ass bags, the exact same bags that we see in the picture on the Epstein files of the trapdoor, right next to the trapdoor. And my dad starts crying and I'm like, what, Dad? What do you know that I don't? And he's like, you know, and working in the industry I was working in, you know, I learned a lot of stuff about decomposition and, you know, how to, you know, just a lot of different stuff. I can't really remember everything he said, but he was crying and really emotional. And he's like, this is used to decompose bodies. All you need is limestone, calcium, the calcium that they had in those bags, and blood meal. And you can decompose the body very, very fucking quick. And we were just like, whoa, like, this is really fucking weird. So I'm going to put the pictures and show you guys. It was like, we were like, what the and I'm looking at the videos about this trapdoor and nobody is pointing it out. Nobody's pointing out those bags in the background. Nobody. It's literally insane.
Hey, people are finding something new in them files every day. If our pop started crying, then he might really know what's going on. Alright, family, I appreciate you for watching. If you want something extra, I left the free ebook in the description for you. We out, y'all. I'll see you on the next one.